Alright, so I haven't really done a video this week, and you're going to hear some crying in the background because Zara and Zeta are just, giving Mama a hard time. This week has been pretty difficult for us to actually breathe here in Tacoma and in Seattle. There's wildfires going on in Canada, so all of that haze is coming down here. You can't even see downtown most days, and so all of us have a little bit of issue with asthma. I don't know if Noelle does, but it's even hard for her. I mean, she's been coughing and breathing. You see a lot of people with those little face masks. They said one day last week that the air quality is worse here than it is in Beijing. That's how bad it was. Can you turn that down, Zoe? Zoe's trying to get me some copyright infringement stuff because of her movie that she's watching. So turn it down, but it's still a little bit loud. But anyway, so that's kind of what we've been up to. Noelle and I are actually going to be, if you saw our video, I don't know, last year, we were talking about doing some remodeling to the bathroom. And so we did some of that. That was phase one. Now we're going into phase two, where we're going to actually be working on the vanity part. And so this is a big component to that because the vanity is kind of a custom vanity, the one that's there now. So it's going to be pretty difficult for us to really replace it with another vanity unless we actually have someone come in and literally build it. And we're not really wanting to do all of that. And the vanity itself doesn't look that bad. So what we're going to do is just basically refurb that vanity ourselves and then actually change out the sink and change out the faucet. So we're actually I've already kind of narrowed down what I want. Noelle narrowed down what she wants because basically, let's face it, whatever she likes is kind of what we're going to go with. I mean, yeah, she'll ask for my input, but I mean, let's be real. So, but anyhow, I'm going to be working on that. There's going to be a part two to my phase two because the rest of the vanity is not going to be done until a little bit later. So we're going to try to do that in the colder months, only because we're bored during the colder months. It's been super hot the last few days, along with all the smoke and the haze. So it's been pretty difficult for us to really do much of anything. However, the next few days it should be like lower than 70, which is amazing. So that gives us an opportunity to do a lot of things. However, I still have projects to do outside. The fire pit, for example, I need to finish the brickwork. If you notice when I show the fire pit, there's bricks laying around. Well, it's because I haven't finished the actual pad that it sits on. So I need to do that. I need to probably regrade it and do a lot of different stuff, but I need to do that. I also need to redo the fence. We bought some fencing, or got some fencing a while back, and it's just been too hot for me to really do it. So I'm going to be redoing the fence because the fence that's up there is old and ugly, and it's just in bad condition. There's another section of fence that's also in bad condition, but we'll probably work on that at some other point. This particular area we're going to work on, and then I need to work on this other one. I'm a little nervous because it's a gate, and I don't know how well I'm going to do with a gate. Yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of cutting the pieces and everything, and it's a gate, right? It shouldn't be that difficult, and it probably isn't that difficult. I probably can come up with a simple way of doing it. But I always kind of worry about those types of things. But again, like Noelle says, there's YouTube and Google. So you can pretty much find how to do anything with Google and YouTube. Now, people will say, well, since you work for a company that does remodeling, why don't you do that? Well, here's the thing. We could, but you have to pay people, right? I mean, it's just, you can't just say, hey, come over and do this. You have to pay people. If it's something that is really complicated, yeah, like the shower, we're going to replace that, but I'm not going to actually go in there and actually mess with the shower, because once we replace the shower, we're going to replace all of the pipes. So the pipes have to be done by a plumber, and because, I mean, you don't want me working on your pipes. So they're going to come in and replace the piping there, probably some other things as well. We're just going to have them do it all at once. And then we will put in the shower part of everything, and that will be it. There's only one bathroom in this 4-bedroom house, because back in the day, houses only had one bathroom. So that kind of sucks, especially when you have 4 girls and just myself. I mean, the cats are cool because they have a litter box, so those 2 dudes are good. But me, on the other hand, I gotta, share a bathroom. So anyhow, we're gonna eventually get another bathroom put in. You see the 2 right there. But we're gonna actually have a bathroom put in later, and probably it's going to take up part of the man cave. I know. So there's 2 options. We may put in another bathroom or 2 more bathrooms. There's another area up there that we can actually put a bathroom in, and that makes sense. And it's in direct line of where the existing bathroom is on the 1st floor. Then the man cave, right where I'm at now, would be probably where the bathroom would go. I mean, you can't see it, but it's kind of deep. And it would just basically be a half bath. So we'll put a half bath here and probably a full bath upstairs. And so then we'll have 2.5 baths, right? So we've been thinking about that. Noelle and I have been thinking about that part of it, and really what to do. But yeah, this would probably just be a half bath, toilet and sink, and then call it a day. We'll see. But that's kind of what we're up to in terms of just, our remodeling news. The big thing is the electric. This house here, one of the things I tell people is, when you're buying a home in Tacoma or Seattle, buy a home that makes sense in terms of money, because then you can do whatever you want. Unfortunately, people will buy a home right at the limit. So let's say that you're approved for $650,000 for a home. And anything more than that, you just can't do it. I mean, you could, but you're just going to be eating, out of a can every night. Hold on. I don't know who that is. So anyhow, you're living right at your max, right? But you're not able to really do anything. Whereas if you buy a home that you can easily afford, your payment's really low, but you can also fix it the way that you want. Like our kitchen. I forgot to mention that. We're going to be doing some remodeling of the kitchen, but we're going to do that in phases as well. So we're going to actually, we're picking a paint color that we really like. We're going to be doing that. We're going to be redoing a lot of the doors, and making those a little bit different. Countertops are going to be different. So, and we're going to do all of that work ourselves, mainly because I'm cheap. I'm just being real, mainly because I'm cheap. So all of that stuff we're going to do, and that probably will also be the rest of this year, and starting next year is when we're going to be working on the kitchen as well as the bathroom. Now, there's certain components of the kitchen that we won't be able to finish right now because it requires the electric. And so we're going to be replacing the lights. And the lights I'm going to put in there in the kitchen, I'll spend a little money on those. I really and truly like them. Noelle likes them too. So we're going to be doing all of that, changing that stuff out. And I'm trying to talk her into getting new appliances. She doesn't really want to. See, there's some things that Noelle is cheap on, and then there's some things that, a lot of things that she's not, and she's just like, let's just do it. Me, on the other hand, I'm very particular. If there's something I really, really, really like, I don't mind spending the money on it. But most other things, I'm kind of like, I'll do it. It won't look the best, but I'll do it. So, yeah, the bathroom just needs a little bit more, but the whole shower needs to be replaced, and we're going to do it the way that we want it. We're going to replace the flooring, and change it out, and put towel down. And the kitchen, everything's good. We're just painting, which, painting takes time. Replacing the doors on the cabinets, that type of thing. Probably repainting the cabinets, definitely. And I'm hoping that I can get her to replace some of the appliances, but we'll see. But that's kind of what we're up to. So we've been busy, really, the last few days. trying to come up with a plan as to where we start first, and so that we won't get so far in over our head that we just say screw it and hire somebody anyway, because I don't want that. These are things we can easily do. I know how to do them. They're not complicated. So tackle one thing at a time. I'm going to definitely take care of that fence once the weather breaks and it's like this. Like right now it feels amazing, but during the day it was just horrid. But anyhow, that's pretty much it. I don't have much more to really talk about. I just want to kind of give you guys kind of an update as to what we're doing as far as remodeling goes. One of the guys that owns the contracting company that I work for, they don't do a lot with their house either, right? Because it's basically a free job. You would have to hire your own people to do the projects in your home, and so it's like, why pay them? So you'd rather do it yourself. And he knows how to do it. Like, he can tear out different things and add a whole new floor, and I can't do those things. But again, it's like he's busy making money doing other things. He can't really do it into his home. So what we're doing is trying to do a lot of the small stuff now that we could easily do, and then the big stuff like doing the rewiring work, which will probably be done next year, the plumbing work, all of those things that all those things that professionals need to do, we'll let them do it. But anyhow, as you heard the girl, it's time to eat. So I'm going to get off here. Hope you guys are having a great week. And until next time, I will see you. Take care.